Welcome to CC Unfiltered. Today we are hearing from a woman's perspective. Rachel, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
Before we get into the serious stuff, on a scale of 1 to I've deleted all the apps, how are you feeling about modern dating these days?
Some days I'm a 6, most days I'm a 2. Yeah, I mean, I'm eternally optimistic about the dating landscape. I just think it's really hard to navigate.
So you do still believe in true love?
Absolutely. I officiated my sister's wedding last year,
Amazing.
so I deeply believe in love.
Okay, awesome.
Still out there.
It's absolutely still out there.
Who do you think are struggling more in the dating world, men or women?
I wanted to be able to give a quick answer to this, but I think that there genuinely isn't.
Let's unpack this.
Yeah, it's something I have been giving quite a lot of thought to in recent times and trying to find a good explanation, because I think we hear a lot that women are struggling, men are struggling, and their kind of struggles
Everyone's
are very
struggling.
different. Everybody's having a shitty time.
Yes.
Nobody can find one another. And I've been trying to, for myself, understand why might it be that everyone feels like the experience is awful. And I think one of the things for me that I've realized is we have such an expanded social map. The way we interact with one another is so broad. There's so many voices, there's so many narratives about how to date, how to get to the destination successfully, who you should listen to, but then also you don't have to either.
Yes.
There's also the eternal, well, you can do whatever you want.
Yes.
And I think the combination of a expanded social map and the narrative of you can do whatever you want, but also here are the 1,000 ways you're supposed to do this if you want to do it well. It's hard enough to navigate on your own.
Also, access to people. It's so quick to access
Exactly. It's a hard enough thing to do on your own, try to figure out who you are when the options are endless. Now, multiply that by 2 people trying to intersect and find one another, and then we don't commit to putting in the time to get to know people. And
Exactly. So do you think it's pretty equal?
Yeah, I don't know.
Both struggle, but in their different ways.
Yeah.
Obviously, as a woman, you
Yeah.
feel like it sucks most for us,
Yes.
but
But they feel the same.
They feel the
That's the
same.
thing.
I also think it sucks for women who are in the dating pool. I think so many men just don't even bother getting into the dating pool. Their perception of it sucking is worse than our perception of it sucking.
Yeah.
I think we tend to be way more optimistic.
Yes.
We know it sucks,
That
but
is
we'll
true.
keep doing it.
Yeah, very true.
And how we heard from the previous guy that was on our podcast is fear of rejection, and
Yeah.
80% of it is putting yourself out there.
The actual experience of dating is sucky for women right now. Even getting into dating at all is sucky for men.
Do you perhaps have a horror story for us, a dating app horror story that you'd like to share?
Do you want to hear about the guy who barked at me on a date?
Absolutely, we would love to hear.
Do you want to hear
that.
about the guy who was hoarding Roman's pizza boxes?
What is he planning on doing with
Or
those?
do you want to hear about my ex-husband?
Can we hear about all three?
I personally want to hear about the Roman's pizza. What is he
Shame.
planning on
I
doing
mean,
with
that's
that?
me adding a little bit of spice to the experience. The guy who barked at me, maybe that works for some people. He is married now, so
Wow.
you know, bless. Maybe that's a thing that works.
We
for...
all have our kinks, you know.
Don't want to kink shame. Kink positive. But yeah, and it wasn't an aggressive bark. It was a really sweet puppy-like bark.
And you didn't meow back?
No. I just went, good boy. Needless to say, there were no second dates.
Sure, okay.
And
No,
then
that's good.
Pizza Box Guy was really a horror story of my own making. I ended up going out for a date with someone who I probably should have done the video call thing first to kind of, you know, people lie about how they look. His photos were definitely older photos of himself.
Classic catfish.
Yes, he definitely wasn't in the best mental space. He probably shouldn't have been on the dating apps. Really lovely person for all other accounts, but spend a little bit of time.
Do
Sort
some
yourself
self-work,
out.
yeah.
The unfortunate thing was that I didn't realize at the time that I went out on the date that my phone battery was literally about to die. And so the date ended and it was like, oh shit, I can't get an Uber.
Oh no, so you had to...
So I had to go back to his place
Oh no.
to charge my phone, and I went into this flat and it was just pizza boxes everywhere. I was a little bit horrified.
Maybe he's trying to build a house or something with these pizza boxes.
Maybe he's a massive recycler and he was just I can't throw these away, but we got to be efficient about it. We'll keep them until there's enough to take them to the depot.
So no second date after that one
No
either?
second date after
Okay.
that one either.
Okay, now thirdly, your ex-husband.
I wouldn't say that's a dating app horror story in that like he did anything crazy. It's obviously just it's a horror story in that we
Yes.
met on a dating app
Yes.
and we're no longer together.
Okay.
Went the whole hog.
If you don't mind me asking, what was kind of the catalyst?
I think again, and this is why thinking about like why dating is hard for women versus for men, I definitely have grown up in a world where like I have been told not to settle for like less than being met in partnership.
Yes.
I am looking for someone who sees me as an equal and who
Yes.
wants to build
Where
an
you're at.
empire with me, basically.
Yes.
Like, let's go
Yeah.
conquer the world. With time together, I think it
didn't
became
quite meet
apparent
there.
that wasn't going to happen. And I think one of the big things is when we decided to get married, I was in a very sort of, moment in my
Yes.
life.
How long were you engaged, or how long did you know each other before getting married?
2 years before getting
2 years,
engaged,
okay.
and we were living together. So it wasn't like a 30-day fiance. Although I wouldn't put it past me to do something like that, like go to Spain and get married. So,
Oh, why not?
but it was very much like I was in a phase of saying yes wholeheartedly in my life.
Yes.
And I think if we had just spent a little bit more time not married, we probably never would have got married.
On your
sorry,
wedding day,
didn't-
did you have like secretly have like a 1 or 2 doubts?
No, but I was so enamored with like the beautifulness of bringing our families together.
Yeah.
Because that was a big thing for me. So we had a really small, beautiful, intimate wedding and brought families together. And I was so swept up in like just the magic of the moment of bringing two families together that I don't think I was thinking about him
Yes.
actually, that should be the red flag. And in retrospect, I look back on it, I'm like, you let that man wear a suit he didn't iron. You let him decide to not write you wedding vows. Like, you were
Okay,
being
that's-
too gracious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I get you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a beautiful wedding.
Okay, Rachel, have you ever met a guy and been like, wow, he's so amazing, and then later discovered that he had the communication skills of a potato?
So this is a difficult one because I tend to like, especially if I'm on the dating apps meeting people, I screen quite heavily. So I
Yeah,
will like,
okay.
if you can't
Communicate.
communicate, I am
Yeah.
like, we're not even going to have a conversation on the dating apps.
Okay,
So we're
good.
not going to meet.
Yes,
And then I discover you have the communication skills of a
Okay,
potato.
that's
You've
not-
gone
But
long
some
before
people
that.
communicate
Very
so
well
great
on-
on WhatsApp, and
Yeah.
then you meet in
True.
person. It's like
That is true.
Typically what I end up finding frustrating is not so much that you can't communicate in like you don't have language, but more like the lack of energy or desire towards
Yes,
engaging
yes,
in
to actually
conversation
have the
and being
conversation.
curious.
Yeah.
So the number of dates that I've got back from, and I'm like, wow, that was a lovely date with myself.
Yes.
Like I just hosted this beautiful experience
Yeah.
for
Myself.
yeah.
And also, a lot of people like to talk about themselves on,
Yes.
on dates, which we've
Yes.
heard a lot.
I mean, I
Plenty
can
times.
tell you all about the guy who paints army figurines and like the
Yeah.
kind of art he's interested in. And
it's tough because not everybody has that kind of like, I don't want to say EQ, but like that
Yeah.
social cue of like, some people are actually quite selfless, but they get like word vomit or they're
Yeah.
nervous and then they kind of stumble over themselves.
But
And
then-
that's why we
but then
also
there's
say,
also just rude.
so I think I have a lot of grace for the kind of person who like you can just read is not as much of a natural conversant.
Yes.
The kind of people who don't listen to a word you're saying because all they want to talk about is themselves.
what is an instant ick for you?
This is such a tough one. Personality will outshine looks every day of the week for me. Like hot is an attitude about life,
Yes,
not
yes.
not a way of looking. But until I've discovered your attitude about life, I'm so superficial. So like until I've discovered the hotness of your personality, you could be wearing the wrong shoes and I'll be like, you.
Okay, that's a little bit particular, but that's good, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a vibe thing. Like I'll ick off really silly things.
Okay.
And maybe it's just kind of your gut going like, that person's not for me. And I haven't quite figured out why yet. I'm finding a superficial thing because I can just sense that person's not for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also am discovering, and this is horrifying, not a big fan of guys with long hair. It depends though. Like if you've got beach wavy hair.
Well, if you maybe Aquaman.
But like if you've
Not a
got
lot.
straight hair as a man, please don't have long straight hair.
Yeah.
We can all have our
That
preferences.
and long beards. No, thank you.
But guys, there's also a point in time where you could be in front of like someone really awesome, and then you just tell them shave the beard.
That's a really interesting thing because I don't think I've developed that level yet. And I don't know what it is. I think it's like latent people pleaser of being able to ask someone, would you feel comfortable with shaving your beard? I don't really like it. I've never had the confidence to ask that to someone.
I did it and my man took that beard off very quickly.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So you just have to ask
To be
and see
like,
if they're willing.
that beard does not do it for me. I think
Did not do it for me. I really like you as a person, but if we're gonna continue this, unfortunately I'm not gonna find you too attractive. So you've got to take it off.
Okay. I'm going to take that away as actually a very
Yeah.
valuable piece of advice.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to change somebody too much.
I think that's the thing is the balance of...
Just wanna throw that in there.
There is a balance. It's not like take off your beard and. It's just that is my preference. I really like you. And if you want to continue this and have me attracted to you, then take it off. And then I wanted to ask, what would be your most ideal way to find a partner?
I really think what you guys at Curated Connections are doing is the best modern answer. Obviously, there's a world in which I would love to, meet someone in my dance class. I do salsa dancing, so it would be like amazing. But I also think that the nature of our social fabric is such that like people want those kinds of spaces to be kept open for building non-romantic connections. So I think there's a reluctance to engage people romantically in our sort of normal social.
Everyone's scared to talk to each
I
other.
know.
Unless
My mom
it's
used
behind
to
a
say
phone.
to me, like when you're sitting at a restaurant, won't a guy come up to you? I said, it's not the way it works
Anymore.
No one is going to do that.
No.
So having a space where singles can come and meet one another, that we're trying to bring back that in real life dating again, what used to happen back in the day.
Exactly. And what
So-
I've really appreciated is seeing the like different kinds of events that you've hosted.
Yes.
So like I know that you've done like Christian singles events.
Yes.
And I think, you want to be like everybody, but there's a degree to which making sure people have a similar mindset and then bringing them into the same room with one another creates a greater chance of people who
100%.
actually would meet in real life, meeting one another in a setting that is safe and open and reduces the like social friction of, are they here for the same reason I'm here?
Yes. Are they married? Are they in a relationship?
Exactly.
Can I actually talk to them? Yeah.
Exactly. I have followed you guys for ages. I've thought about coming to so many events. I haven't. And I think that the reason I haven't pulled the trigger is because if I've been honest with myself, committing to coming to an event where other people are like showing up, doing a vulnerable thing,
Trying to
being
date with intention.
Exactly. I've had to be honest with myself and be like, oh, I don't actually know if I'm in the headspace yet for that. And it's great because it means when I do show up to that space,
You're ready.
if other people are showing up with the same way,
Yes.
chances of finding someone where there's a real chance at relating to
Because
them.
You're actually wasting people's time if you come to these things where our platform is for people that are more intentional. So if you're coming there just looking for a hookup or you're not really ready, then it is kind of wasting people's time.
Unless you want to make friends.
Yeah, friends is fine. Friends is fine. Yeah.
What are some tips you have for the gents that are listening out there?
Talk to women in the real world. And I think that's true of women and vice versa. We have got a little bit panicked about intentions being misread. And the way to deal with that is be clear in your intentions. You can be respectful to someone. And I think you just have to be confident to brace yourself for rejection. A world in which you accept people will say no to you.
Exactly.
And that is
rejection will happen.
that is the status quo. The exception will be you'll meet someone who like really wants to do something cool with you.
Exactly.
But you're only going to meet the person who wants to do something cool with you and experience you and engage with you if you put yourself out there.
Exactly.
Exactly.
100%. And there's a bit of a clear pattern we've seen now having these where people just want people to communicate and be clear about what they're saying.
The biggest thing is actually showing up and putting yourself out there. That is the scariest part. When you actually do eventually come to one of our events, you'll see, you're like, oh wow, when's the next one? It's like, it's fun. It's fun meeting new people and you actually realize everyone's like-minded, everyone's in the same boat. It's not scary to come alone.
Exactly. And then the big old ghosting. The only time disappearing isn't a magic trick. Have you done it? Has it been done to you? And why do you think we do this?
I've been ghosted. In fact, relatively recently had what I thought was absolutely fantastic first date. Great conversation, balance between silliness and sensibility, and touching on deep stuff without it becoming like overwhelming. This is magic. We're communicating clearly. He's saying, I find you attractive and would love to see you again. I'm saying, I find you attractive and would love to see you again. Okay, so you'll be in Berlin for a week and we can have dinner when you get back.
Yeah.
Gone.
I could have invented him. That date might not actually have happened in real life. Who knows?
Do you know, this really sucks.
Horrible.
And it's happened to Jules and I before. I mean, many times. It's probably the worst thing, like, just be upfront. Just be upfront. Because now you are going down a spiral in your head and you're like, what is missing? What am I doing wrong? And you are left for days or weeks wondering.
Well,
it's torture.
It's months now because he just literally disappeared.
And you're still probably thinking, like, oh, what the fuck?
Sometimes I go to the company's garden where we had coffee and I was like, I wonder if I'll bump into him. And I can just be like, hey, man.
Care to explain?
You're not
Or
Casper the
just,
Friendly
you're
Ghost,
not an apparition. Like, I didn't invent you. Like, you exist in the world. Cool, buddy. What was that?
What was that?
So why do you think, have you done it?
I have never ghosted someone I've actually met in real life.
Okay.
But I've definitely ghosted people that I was just in the talking phase with.
Yeah.
That's
fine.
kind of okay. But you seem like a good communicator.
I've worked on it. I think I'm quite like, I think the kindest thing you can do to people is be honest about where you're at with them and not string them on. So
I really hope this can help people to stop with the ghosting.
yeah.
Yeah, at least. Come on.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Those were our questions. It was so fun talking to you.
Yeah.
Do you have anything for us?
I mean, I'd love to know, like, from your experience with what you do and, like, what you've built as a community and a business, do you experience that people's sentiments are potentially, like, shifting? Because I think we've gone through a phase of, like, being very negative about dating. And, like, do people engage with what you're doing and through it become more positive about dating?
We very rarely get negative feedback from our events. If you didn't meet somebody, okay, you maybe met a friend, but it's never like, oh no, I had the worst time. I feel like people are slowly shifting their minds to, like, in real life. We now have an in real life platform. You've got the dating apps as well if you want. There's really no excuse, you know.
Yeah.
What I really would love to see shift is how people treat each other. You
Okay.
know? Especially when dating. It goes both ways, guys, girls. That's kind of what we would like to see change, and people just being a lot more honest and maybe doing the work inwards before being ready to date and wasting
Honest
people's
and
time.
respectful. Like, treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
And,
That's the bottom line.
So we're trying to slowly eliminate that, and we really do believe in what we do and have a passion for it, and we love to hear the success stories and just keep going.
Amazing.
Yeah. But really
Amazing.
appreciate your time, and it was so good to meet you and
Likewise.
chat to you in person.
And I'll see you at an event of yours.
Yeah, absolutely.